So welcome to mid-session. It's event 605, the women's 10 to 15 years, 200 metres medley relay to be swum in 3 heats. Heat 1 on the blocks now, and the lineup is lane 1, Cheshunt, lane 2, Verulam, lane 3, Stevenage, lane 4, Ware, lane 5, Tring, lane 6, Harpenden B, lane 7, Royston B, and lane 8, Bishop Stortford B. So Cheshunt leading off Olivia Morley, Verulam, Alexander Wojcik, Yardziot, Stevenage, Sophie Lyon, Zoe van Manberg for Ware, Trings, Maya Stevenson, Harpenden, Jennifer Clouding, and then Daisy Hill for Royston B, and Freya Riley for Bishop Stortford B. So backstroke is coming in, being led by Freya, Bishop Stortford B in the lead, very, very close behind. Looks like Royston maybe going in into second there, and it's Royston just ahead of Verulam, and then Ware, Tring, and then Harpenden, Cheshunt, and Stevenage. In the breaststroke, Cheshunt have got Simran Basir, Libby Clayworth for Verulam, Stevenage got back and forward, Alice Field for Ware, Emily Joyce for Tring, Catherine Rowland for Harpenden, Kira Watts, Royston, and Freya Saunders for Bishop Stortford. And a very good swim indeed in lane 4. Ware's Alice Field storming through, also going well in lane 2. Libby Clayworth for Verulam, and it's going to be that order. They go in. It's Ware ahead of Verulam, and then absolutely together we've got Harpenden and Bishop Stortford B, with Tring after them, and also on the far side we've got Cheshunt and Stevenage. But now still in the lead, coming down to the end of the fly with just the freestyle to go. Where's Victoria George just being overtaken by Verulam's Emma Durkin, and Emma Durkin's going in first. And then right after them, a Tring, and a great leg also by Isabella Good for Bishop Stortford B. Bishop Stortford right up there too. But in the lead still, it's Verulam with Charlotte Hadfield ahead of Whale, Katie Swindle, Amelia Owens for Tring, and Lauren Hull for Bishop Stortford. And it's Lauren Hull for Bishop Stortford having a blinding swim, tremendous swim. Lauren Hull just ahead of Charlotte Hadfield, and it's going to be Bishop Stortford who take it in a time of 2:22.61. Verulam in second, and in third place Tring just ahead of Ware, and then Harpenden, Stevenage, Royston and Cheshunt. So that's the time to beat, 2:22.61. Can we have the boys please making their way to the marshing area as well now, please? Start the first on the boys, please, the marshing area. So 2:21.61, 2:22.61 the time to beat. And this is heat 2 of the 200 metres medley relay. And the lineup is Hoddesdon in lane 1. In lane 2 is Hitchin B. Lane 3, Pottersbar B. Lane 4, Bishop Stortford. Lane 5, City of St Albans B. Lane 6 is Watford B. Lane 7 is Berkhamsted. And lane 8, Royston. So heat 2, away we go. Lead of swimmers, Bella Parkus for Hoddesdon, Ruby Clark for Hitchin, Timothy Ellison from Potter Spa, Kai Phillips from Bishop Stortford, Bishop's Costa B teams, lead off swimmer is Jessica Robertson, Eleanor Craig for Watford, Berkhamsted, Eva Lawson and Olivia Leiden for Royston. In the middle of the pool, we're seeing fast swim Bishop Stortford's Kai Phillips, ahead of St Albans' Jessica Robertson. It's Stortford going in ahead of St Albans, and then Watford, and then Royston. And on the far side for me, Hitchin and Hoddesdon together with Potter Spa right behind them. And on this side, Berkhamsted just making some move up as well. But in the lead, turning first at halfway, it's lane 4, Bishop Stortford. And Bishop Stortford holding on to their lead, but coming up on them now. St Albans, Helen Stafford chasing Lillian Oppio. And also coming through strongly, Evie Brown for Watford. And Evie's coming up as well. There's going to be Bishop Stortford and Costa going in absolutely together. And Watford, a great swim right behind them. 2 at 1:11, 1 at 1:12. And next to go in is going to be Berkhamsted, also had a good breaststroke swim. Ahead of Potter Spa, and then Royston, Hoddesdon and Hitchin. Turning at the far end on the fly. Fabulous swim by Bishop Stortford's Millie Fields, ahead of Jasmine's Jemima Samols for Costa and Isabel Toome for Watford. But look at this fabulous swim here. In they go, Bishop Stortford, tremendous fly swim, 141, way clear. Watford fractionally in before Costa there. And then Molly Bundle handing over to Caitlin O'Toole for Royston, and then Linda Wisely going in for Berkhamsted. Just ahead on the far side, Lucy Keats for Hoddesdon, Josie Dean for Hitchin, and Yasmin Wheeler for Potter Spa in there as well. But storming away here now, Bishop Stortford's Evie Smallbone is going to take this. Let's see her time, and 2:10.88, very close behind, but it looks like it's going to be Isabel just ahead of Kira, and it is Isabel. It's a 2:16.1, 2:16.7 for St Albans, for Watford in third. Clear the pool, please. Clear the pool, please. So Bishop Stortford now the team to beat, 2:10.8. And then we've got 2 at 2:16 following those up. This is the third and final heat of the event for 605, the women's 10-15 years 200 metre medley. And your lineup is lane 1, Hemel Hempstead, lane 2, Hatfield B, lane 3, Watford, lane 4, Hatfield A, lane 5, City of St Albans, lane 6, Potter Spa, lane 7, Harpenden, and lane 8, Hitchin. So time to beat, 2:10.8, set by Bishop Stortford in that last heat. Hemel Hempstead leading off Tilly Beckwith. Hatfield B, Anastasia Wilkinson. Watford Gemma Nottage. Hatfield's A team Jessica Keogh. St Albans Amelia Dunwoody. Potter Spa Lucy Whitehock, and then Emma Craig for Harpenden, Olivia Matfield for Hitchin. In the lead at the moment, Hatfield's Jessica Keogh. Hatfield got a faster seed time than any of these. And behind them at the moment is Potter Spa and then St Albans. In go Hatfield, Potter Spa, St Albans. And then right behind them is Watford over in lane 3 and Harpenden in lane 7. And Potter Spa in lane 6 going well too. But Hatfield still in the lead coming up to the turn. Ella Norton turning just ahead of together Lucy Kybell and Dana Shepherdson. And not far behind those, Isabella Chapman. for Harpenden. Great race on the far side. Minnie Herbert, Caitlin Hartley and Lydia Zanetti, but handing over, Hatfield in the lead, 106, and just ahead of Harpenden, who are now into second at 109, 109 also for Potters Bar, and 109 also for St Albans, so very, very close indeed at the front, but Hatfield got a great fly swimmer here. Valeria Giron, who's in the lead, storming away, and going after her. City of St Albans, Hannah Brook, and coming through strongly, Harpenden's Lucinda Stanley. Hatfield A, Hayden first, and now Vinclair second, Acosta in second place, and then third going Harpenden, ahead of Hatfield B now up into fourth, ahead of Watford and Potters Bar, and then Hitchin now just up there level with Hemel Hempstead on the far side. But Hatfield already on their way back. Hatfield, Bethan Fuge been chased by Ellie Hollis, and Bethan takes this at time 204.99. Ellie Hollis 207.43, and third to touch Harpenden in 211. So very, very good. If that no disqualifications, and Bishop Stortford will in fact take the bronze from the previous heat. So we'll wait and see there. Well done, swimmers. Can you leave the pool by the far side? Notice of disqualification, event 605, heat 2, lane 3. Event 605, heat 2, lane 3, disqualified for a technical infraction. Event 606 is the men's 10 to 15 years 200 metre medley relay, going to be swum in 3 heats. This is heat 1, and your line-up as they come to the blocks in heat 1. In lane 2, Berkhamsted. In lane 3, Bishop Stortford B. In lane 4, Ware. In lane 5, Harpenden B. And in lane 6, Verulam B. So just 5 teams in this first heat. You can see though that in the last event, subject to there being no further disqualification notices, the bronze medalists came from the previous heat. So you need to watch out for that. The gold and the silver came from the final heat, but the bronze the previous one. David Graham is leading off for Berkhamsted, and Jaeger Derriton for Bishop Stortford. Wares, Harrison Edgerton, Harpen and Felix Harrow, and Harry Lawrence for Verulam. But it's Bishop Stortford going to hand over ahead of Harpenden. 34 seconds both of them though, 36 is behind them for Berkhamsted, and then for Ware, and then Verulam in right behind them at 39. And already at the turn in lane 6, it's in lane 5, beg your pardon. 5 is Harpenden, it's Charlie Goddard, and Charlie being chased by Daniel Harrison and David Babcock for Ware and Bishop Stortford. But he hands over, 112 in the lead, Harpenden handing over to Lewis Stormer, and behind him it's Ware handing over to Sydney Thomas on the fly, and then Bishop Stortford, Marcus Webb going in, and then Thomas Holmes Higgins for Berkhamsted going in just ahead of Yannick Munson Chubb and for Verulam on the fly. Pulling away in the lead, Harpenden. Lewis Dorman doing a great swim. The other two still holding positions at the moment. Lewis going to hand over to Tom Dennis. In goes Tom Dennis at 146 for the free. We're just ahead of Bishop Stortford. Thomas Curry for Ware Victor Rascombe for Bishop Stortford, and then at 1:53, Berkhamsted Thomas Stoker going in. James Gleeson in as well for Verulam B. Fabulous battle. It's going to be very close indeed. We've got Ware in 4, Harpenden in 5. And it looks like it's going to go to Ware. Take this. 2:17.69. Harpenden 2:19.12. Great swim there by Thomas Curry, storming through. Just too powerful for Tom Dennis on that last bit. So what on swimmers, we can leave the pool by the far side. Can we have the rest of the girls, please? Make sure they're at the marshing area, please. Rest of the girls at the marshing area, please. Event 6:06, this is the men's 200 metres medley relay for 10 to 15-year-olds, heat 2, and the line-up on the blocks. In lane 1, Bushy. In lane 2, Harpenden. In lane 3, City of St Albans B. In lane 4, Stevenage. Lane 5 is Hertford. In lane 6, Hemel Hempstead. In lane 7, Cheshunt. And in lane 8, Verulam. And lead-off swimmers are Bushy, William Preston, Harpenden, James Atwell, City of St Albans B, Matthew Martin, Stevenage, Dylan Cole, Hertford, Kai Parsonson, Hemel, Nathan Whiting, Cheshunt, Jake Evans, and Verulam, Reese Dixon. Much closer than we've seen so far. Stevenage is Dylan Cole. They're just ahead of Matthew Martin for St Albans. These two just a little clear of Harpenden's James Atwell. And it's going to be Stevenage and then City of St Albans, Harpenden, just ahead of Hemel Hempstead, and then Hertford and Bushy, Cheshunt and Verulam in that order. Next swimmers in, Joe Fagan for Bushy, Will Shepherd for Harpenden, Thomas Hooper for Costa, Eldrick Manella for Stevenage, Jay Reynolds for Hertford, Henry Newbury-Kemp for Hemel, Rowan Monsieur for Cheshunt, and Nathaniel Hopkins for Verulam. And now coming through, St Albans, Thomas Hooper to the front, just ahead of Stevenage and Hertford and Harpenden, and it's going to be Costa going in first. Absolutely together, Costa, Stevenage, Harpenden and Hertford all together, but already storming away in lane 4. Jamie Brown looking very good on the fly for Stevenage, being chased by Aidan Ingram for Costa, Hertford's Henry Roberts and Harpenden's Toby Martin. And they're all going along very well into the last couple of metres, and Stevenage are going to hand over first, 1:39 ahead of St Albans and Harpenden and Hertford and then Harpenden. Hertford just had a Harpenden, and then Hemel Hempstead and Cheshunt going after Hemel Hempstead, with Bushy just in ahead of Verulam. But we're in the last few strokes now, 10 metres to go, and it is Stevenage being chased by St Albans. Stevenage being chased by St Albans as they come into the last 2 metres. It's Stevenage taking 208.51, 209.7 for St Albans. And third touch there is lane 5, Hertford. So that's a new benchmark, 208.51. And just coming into touch is Verulam to complete that heat. Well done, swimmers. Can you leave the pool by the far side from me? If you could leave the pool on that side over there, please. Thank you. So 208.51, the benchmark now. Event 606, the 10 to 15 years 200 metres medley relay. This is the third and final heat. And the lineup: lane 1, Hatfield B. Lane 2, Potters Bar B. Lane 3, Watford A. Lane 4, Hatfield A. Lane 5, Bishop Stortford A. Lane 6, Potters Bar A. Lane 7, Costa A. And finally lane 8 is Watford B. So the leader swimmers: Hatfield B is Jake Williamson, Potters Bar B Callum Tilley, Watford is Keaton Ratch, Hatfield A is Ethan Baskerville, Bishop Stortford is Mehdi El Masser, Charlie Stanbury for Potters Bar, and then Kieran Burkitt for St Albans. Watford B is Enzo Lim. Look at this great swim here by Bishop Stortford. Eddie Mansour ahead of Ethan Baskerville. They're a little bit clear at the moment of Watford. Stortford go in, then Hatfield, Watford, and then City of St Albans, and then Watford's B team, and then Potters Bar, and then Potters Bar B, and then also Hatfield B. Max Robinson for Hatfield B, Edward Lee for Potters Bar B, Luke Flynn for Watford, Yuto Watanabe for Hatfield, Adam Hazelwood for Bishop Stortford, Josh Heaton for Potters Bar, George Williams for Costa, and Patrick Kovar for Watford. In the lead, Yuto Watanabe for Hatfield, taking another couple of metres out of them. Ingo Hatfield are halfway at 63 seconds. In the lead, 65 from Watford, and then City of St Albans and Bishop Stortford. And then Hatfield B up there. Coming back, leading the way still. Michael Tomazeski looking very powerful on the fly. Clear of Watford at the moment, over the far side. Ben Green. Michael handing over to Peter Sikoska. In they go at 1:29. In go Watford, Bishop Stortford, Costa, and then it's going to be Hatfield B just ahead of Potters Bar, and then Watford B and Potters Bar B, and in they all go. But on the way back, it is Hatfield's Peter Sikoska, way in the lead from behind him. Watford's Arvin Rodriguez. And as they come in to touch, it's Hatfield in under 2 minutes, 1:55. Watford 1:59, also under 2 minutes. Bishop Stortford A 2:01.21 ahead of Costa. Close behind them, and Potters Bar B are going to get there just ahead of Hatfield B and Watford B. And then Potters Bar B finish that men's race. Well done, excellent swims. Can you clear the pool by the far side, please? By the other side, please. And one subject to confirmation, that will be the final result there, subject to disqualifications. Hatfield taking it from Watford and Bishop Stortford. So very good swims, excellent race. This is event 607, the women's 10 to 15 years 200 metre freestyle, going to be swum in 3 heats. And the lineup for heat 1, lane 1, Cheshunt, lane 2, Ware, lane 3, Harpenden B, lane 4, Berkhamsted, lane 5, Tring, lane 6 is Stevenage, lane 7, Royston B, and lane 8, Bishop Stortford B. So all freestyle now. Charlotte Williams leading off for Cheshunt, where I've got Victoria George, Harpenden B, got Charlotta Gates. Tamsin Moran for Berkhamsted, Tring have got Kira Wharton, Stevenage, Annabelle Brown, Royston have got Daisy Hill, and Bishop Stortford B, Laura Hull. it's pretty close actually. It looks like it's probably Cheshunt who are just ahead of Berkhamsted, Tring and Bishop Stortford, and that's the order they go in. Bishop Stortford actually just fractionally ahead of Tring. Bishop Stortford going well in lane 8. That's Freya Summers. But coming up to the turn, Freya turns first. And she's having a great swim. Berkhamsted got Alexandra Farnham, Tring, Amelia Owens, Harpen and Jennifer Calladine, where Katie Swindle and Olivia Morley for Cheshunt, Maddie Bayliss for Stevenage, Shakira Watts for Royston. But great swim here by Freya Summers, and Freya takes Bishop Stortford in first at halfway. Nothing to choose between Tring and Berkhamsted and Cheshunt all in together. And Harpenden right up behind them as well. But Bishop Stortford still with about 3 metres lead. Bishop Stortford B team. And they're just ahead of Harpenden. Ross Cowley. Bishop Stortford here with Isabella Good coming in. A great swim by her. She goes in first. Hands over to Freya Riley. And then it's Berkhamsted and Tring. That's Abigail Bryers and Erin Deacon going in ahead of over in lane 3, Harmony's Florence Coley and Ashley Willett. And then Molly Yeoman for Ware. Catherine Swarbrick for Royston. Erin Deacon for Trinity. But coming down into the last few strokes, Bishop Stortford have stormed this one. A seat time of 2:27. Look at that, 2:04.10. Second to touch there is Berkhamsted, entered 2:05 with 2:06. And then third to touch, 2:10.76 is Harpenden B. So time to beat now, 2:04.1. Clear the pool by the far side from the starter, please. So just doing some fishing, and then the swimmer who's very kindly helping us out in the pool, getting something out. Event 607, the women's 10 to 15 years 200 metre freestyle. This is heat 2, and the lineup is lane 1, Hoddesdon, lane 2, Pottersbar B, lane 3, Hitchin B, lane 4, Hatfield B, lane 5, Watford B, lane 6, Bishop Stortford, lane 7, Verulam, and lane 8, Royston. So 2:04.1 to beat. Hoddesdon's leader swimmer Catherine Ryan. Pottersbar's Olivia Campbell. Hitchin's got Evie Thompson. Hatfield B got Grace Jordan. Watford have got Lydia Zanetti. Bishop Stortford, Kira Phillips. Libby Clayworth for Verulam and Olivia Lydon for Royston in lane 8. And leading the way at the moment, again, it's Bishop Stortford. Kira Phillips is going to be handing over to Leah Leonopio in the lead ahead of Hatfield. And then Hoddesdon, Watford, Hitchin, and then Verulam and Royston. And with Pottersbar over the far side between that lot. Coming back down, it's still Bishop Stortford with Leonopio. But Hatfield's Ellie Eva up there, and also Kira Beaver for Watford. But Bishop Stortford at halfway go in about a second ahead of Hatfield, Watford and Hitchin. Very close behind them, Pottersbar just ahead of Verulam and Hoddesdon Royston. And then there's the final swimmer for Bishop Stortford, leading on to Avery Solomon Smallbone. Hatfield's Anna Norton going after her. And then Watford, Isabel Stairs in behind her. Hitchin have got Tamsin White. And Royston Alice Toole, Glenn Canning for Verulam. Big sprint finish. Hatfield trying to go on turns with Bishop Stortford. Evie Smallbone's going to hang on to this though. Time to beat 2:04. Go 1:58.06. Hatfield 1:59.26. And big sprint finish over there by Potters Bar, but Hoddesdon are going to hang on to 7th place. So well done swimmers, if you can leave the pool by the far side. New time to beat now. Again, a Bishop Stortford time by 1:58. Notice of disqualification, event 6:04, heat 1, lane 7. Event 6:04, heat 1, lane 7, disqualified for a technical infraction. And this is the third and final heat of the women's 10 to 15 years 200 metres freestyle. Your line-up in this final heat. Lane 1, Harpenden. Lane 2, Hitchin. Lane 3, Potters Bar. Lane 4, Hatfield. Lane 5, City of St Albans. Lane 6, Watford. Lane 7, City of St Albans B. And Lane 8, Hemel Hempstead. Jerry, just to be clear, the previous disqualification notice was event 6:07, not 6:04, 6:07, sorry, I misread that one. It's 6:07, heat 1, lane 7, disqualified for a technical infraction. So this one, Harpenden's got to lead off swimmers here. I won't go through them all, but to the moment leading the way, it's City of St Albans, who've got Ellie Hollis, who's going to be handing over in the lead, just ahead of Hatfield, and then City of St Albans B and Hitchin. Coming up to the turn, very close indeed. Hatfield's Valeria Giron is there. Isabel Godfrey for St Albans. They are neck and neck coming down here. Good battle also going along between Watford's Maggie Fleet and Jessica Robertson for Costa B. And on the far side, Hitchin's Jasmine Brackenbury. Hatfield fractionally in the lead though, going into halfway ahead of St Albans. Hey, and then up there at the moment, still Costa B with Hatfield, with, I beg your pardon, Hitchin in lane 2. Now making their way up too. Hitchin have got Olivia Matfield. We've got Anastasia Wilkinson for Hatfield and Costa's Helen Stafford in the lead, racing it out, and on the B team of Costa, Lucy Kaya Bell. Hatfield though, got about a second now over City of St Albans A, and then City of St Albans, Costa B there ahead of Hitchin and Watford pretty much together. And Hemel Hempstead, Potters Bar and Harpenden storming up on the far side, having a good final leg. That's Isabel Chapman, but in the lead it is Hatfield with Bethan Fuge. Comes through, 1:55.37, sets the pace, 1:56.78, second to touch there, City of St Albans, and then 2 minutes, so that means that the 1:58 from the previous heat, the winners of the previous heat will take the bronze if there is no disqualification. So goes to show. Can you clear the pool to the far side, please, swimmers? So, very interesting there, the third place there, 2 minutes. For City St Albans B, the previous heat, Bishop Stortford looked like they may have crept into the bronze. We'll see the results when they're posted. Reminder that following this next event of 3 heats of the men's 200 metres freestyle, we'll be going straight in for the next warm-up for the final session. This is event 608, the men's 10 to 15 years, 200 metres freestyle. And this is going to also be swum in 3 heats. Heat 1, the lineup. In lane 2, Verulam B. In lane 3, Bishop Stortford B. In lane 4, Cheshunt. In lane 5, Ware. In lane 6, Harpenden B team. So Verulam being led off by Yannick Madison Chubb, Bishop Stortford, Jago Derrington, Cheshunt, Taylor Coe, and Ware Thomas Curry with Harpenden and Toby Martin. Now the lead-off swimmers. And coming down to handover, we've got Cheshunt, Taylor handing over to Jake Evans, and Ware handing over to Sydney Thompson are in the lead, and then behind them we've got Bishop Stortford, David Babcock going in, Luke Canning for Verulam and Leah Stormer for Harpenden are fairly close together. Still in the lead we've got Cheshunt, Jake Evans, Jake handing over 58 seconds to Igor Mortajar, where Sydney Thompson handing over to Tobias Sinclair. And then Harpenden, we've got Harry Rowlands now in, ahead of Marcus Webb for Bishop Stortford and Harry Lawrence for Verulam's B team on the far side. Cheshunt still leading this at the moment. Seed time of 2:05, they've got one swimmer to go, looking pretty good. And Igor hands over to Ryan Mansir in the lead. Head of Ware, heading over to Daniel Harrison. There's about a 2-second lead. In lane 6, Harpenden handing over to Tom Dennis, and then Victor Vasca and James Gleeson, final 2 going in. But still storming away in the lead, Cheshunt. Ryan Mansir stretching out, very long, powerful stroke. Faster swope by Ryan Mansir, but he's not going to catch him. Touches first, 1:59.45, 2 minutes, 0.76. Second there was Ware behind Cheshunt, and third is going to be Harpenden B team in a time of 2:08, and then 2:12 for Bishop Stortford, just ahead of 2:13 for Verulam B. So if you clear the pool to the side, please. Just to correct what I said about the warm-up, the website says that published time for the warm-up is no earlier than 3 o'clock, so we will have a break before we go in. I'm afraid we have to stick to the times, and it says we are not going to be warming up until 3 o'clock. So first warm-up will be, I beg your pardon, 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock on, it's getting late. This is heat 2 of the men's 10 to 15 years 200 metre freestyle. And the lineup for this in lane 1 is Berkhamsted. In lane 2, Harpenden. Lane 3, Pottersbar B. In 4, Hemel Hempstead. In lane 5, City of St Albans B. Lane 6 is Bushy. Lane 7, Hertford. And lane 8 is Verulam. So underway on this men's 200 metre freestyle relay, and leading the way at the moment it's Hemel Hempstead ahead of St Albans B. Hemel going first, St Albans B ahead of Harpenden up into, well, next to go in, but it's very, very close indeed, because we've also got Pottersbar up in the mix, and on this side of the pool, Verulam with Hertford and Bushy. So all the teams really in this at the moment. But now pulling away, coming down towards the halfway handover. It's City of St Albans B ahead of Hemel Hempstead. They're just a little bit clear of Harpenden. Ingo Costa and then Hemel. Harpenden going in, and three teams all together on this side. Bushy, Hertford and Verulam. Potters Bar B up with them as well, and just behind them Berkhamsted in lane 1. Coming down towards the final handover, and it is still City of St Albans B just ahead of Hemel, but Hemel now coming alongside, and Hemel now going into the lead with just a small lead at the handover. The final leg going in, and it's Hemel Hempstead fractionally in the lead, but a great dive by St Albans, taking them right up on terms. Behind them now, it's Bushy with a great swim on that leg. And then on the far side of me, Harpenden and Potters Bar. And on lane 6, 7, Hertford also up there. But coming into the last 7 metres, it is City of St Albans B team. Sea time 1:58, that they touch first in 1:55. 1:56 for Hemel Hempstead touching in second. That's the new benchmark. And 2:01, third place for Bushy. So 1:55.6, now the new benchmark. Clear the pool, please. Clear the pool to the far side. So 1:55.6, and that's the time that they are going to be aiming to be. And it's just to remind people, swimmers, these are all championship competitions. So on the championship medals will be presented on Wednesday. There are no championship medals for events being swum today being presented here. So championship relays are all being presented on the presentation evening on Wednesday. Final heat 3 of the men's 10 to 15 years 200 metres freestyle relay, and the lineup for the final heat. In lane 1, Hatfield B. In lane 2, Watford B. Lane 3, Potters Bar. Lane 4, Bishop Stortford. Lane 5, Watford A. Lane 6, Hatfield A. Lane 7, City of St Albans. And lane 8 is Stevenage. Lead off swimmers, Yuto Watanabe for Hatfield B, Enzo Lynn for Watford, and Alexander Mason for Potters Bar. Bishop Stortford, Eddie Armansir. Watford's A team, Ben Green is leading off. Peter Sikoska for Hatfield's A, Oliver Carpenter for Costa A, and Jamie Brown for Stevenage. And it's Watford's Ben Green storming this one. Look at the time, 25 seconds, handing over ahead of Hatfield. And on the other side of the Bishop Stortford already in, storming along there as well. But this is some powerful swimming, fast swimming in the first leg. But coming down now, we've got Arvin Rodriguez in the lead on the Bishop Stortford's Jamie Gisborne and Hatfield's Ansani. But it is Watford who go in at 51 seconds ahead of Stortford, and then Hatfield, Costa handing over to Oscar Bryce, and then on the far side from me, we've got Potters Bar and Watford B and Hatfield B, and then Stevenage. What a battle in the middle of the pool. Watford being under pressure now from Bishop Stortford. Bishop Stortford coming through strongly. Bishop Stortford handing over in the lead from Watford. Half a second lead now. And it's Bishop Stortford have got Adam Hazelwood against Watford's Luke Flynn. These two storming it with Hatfield. They've got a fast swimmer. Michael Kumazeski is also in the mix. Michael Kumazeski right up there. Can he get on terms? Michael Kumazeski against Watford's Luke Flynn. These two clear. Michael Kumazeski goes right through and goes to the front. What a great swim. Hatfield take it. 1:45.64, 1:46.49 in second place there for Watford, and 1:47.57 third for Bishop Stortford. Truly tremendous swim, great gutsy racing swim in that final leg there. But as always, it is subject to formal confirmation. Clear the pool, please, Summers, and I have here 2 notices of disqualification. Both for event 608 and both for heat 2. And they are lanes 1 and 8. Event 608, heat 2, lane 1, and event 608, heat 2, lane 8, both disqualified for technical infractions.